him. You love him. He is the voice of Free Planet X, Jared Axelrod!
It's really just the name of the show. I am not the voice of Free Planet X.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, that's something that maybe we should address.
We love you, Jared!
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Are we recording this?
I hope so.
Alright, everybody do it again.
That's great.
We love you, Jared!
And I love you! So we were going to talk about why I'm not the voice of Free Planet X. Because how many people listen to the show? Let's get up. Who's familiar with the show? So who's not familiar with the show? Why are you here?
Because we love
We kidnap people.
Well, great. I'm glad they drug you in here. You're going to have a great time. For those of you who are not familiar, The Voice of Free Planet X is my podcast. It is a fake interview show in which I do interviews that the interviews are real, but the people are fake. It is all fictional. I interview superheroes, I interview robots, I interview aliens, and I do it under the name of Jared Axelrod. But there's a difference between me and the Jared Axelrod in the show. For example,
we are still married in the show, but I do not work for a lovely, peaceful, environmental organization that hugs trees.
no,
On the show, I work in hell.
because it's a mess down there.
Someone just needs to fix things like the Excel sheets and just
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Lucifer, who is the morning star, is just doing nothing.
Nothing at all.
Irresponsible.
And one of the consequences of your job in hell is that there is a small demon who looks kind of like a pug and also kind of like a baby and also kind of like a demon.
Oh no, it's right.
Yeah. And his name is Gorga, and he lives with us as our dog baby telephone.
You know, the reception to hell is like super bad.
It's the worst.
Everybody knows that.
So we communicate through this little demon, which is weird, but works out.
Works out.
In the long
Yeah,
run.
better than we thought it would.
Right. So who's caught up continuity-wise with all the episodes? Who's listening to up to, what is it, 16? 15? 15, right? Help me out. It says 18 on here, so it must be 17 is what So, yeah, 17. Who's listening to 17? All up there?
All right.
Oh, well,
So
all
what
right.
has just transpired? What has just
The
transpired?
important thing to note is that the show is distributed by GPR, Galactic Public Radio. I'm sure you all have tote bags. Right? Indeed. And they have recently canceled me due to my brother, who is named Joel Axelrod, just as my brother is. But unlike my brother, who designs fashion accessories in Los Angeles, he is an intergalactic criminal. So due to our association, they've decided to drop our show. No. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. And I think that is all the important details. We talked about you and Hal.
Yeah.
And
You're a reporter.
I'm a reporter.
I work for Hal.
You work for Hal.
Dog baby.
Dog baby.
Telephone.
Telephone.
You're
Outer
canceled.
space.
Outer space.
I think we're good.
You know what's up.
Reality Gator.
Thank you. There's an overarching kind of shadow over the show, and that is that someone named the Pan-Reality Deitor. who has a history of conquering alternate Earths and other planets, and has tried unsuccessfully, thanks to the Oddfellows, led by Kix the Kung Fu Clown. Is a great photo of that. He was unsuccessful in doing what he was trying to do there, but this is a second attempt to go through more proper channels, and we'll let that happen. But all you need to know about him is that he is someone who has conquered so many realities and so many worlds. He is referred to as a god.
Yeah.
Whether he is actually a god depends on your personal belief system.
Yes.
So, before we get started though, they should understand.
Great. So I'm sure you've been to a lot of live shows,
Fun.
podcast episodes here
Woo!
at Balticon. Yeah, great. You probably sat there. Maybe you've laughed. Maybe you've applauded. You're gonna have to work here. There is an audience. Just as we will be all playing characters, you will be playing parts of an audience. I think you can all do that.
Okay.
But that will mean very specific cues. So, for example, there will be parts when our lovely cue person will raise a cue. So let's say the cue is for woo.
That's right.
I will use this power only for good.
I hope so.
No, you won't.
That was really good. It's good. You got the concept right.
Very
I
nice.
want to try something different with the woo. So instead of just a standard woo, let's mix it up. Let's have some people go yeah, and some people go wah, and just be unruly.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
All right. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. So still with the woo.
All right.
That's what I am talking about. I knew this was the right audience.
Yeah.
All right.
All those auditions paid off.
Did I tell the other audience to go home?
Yeah, we don't need them. We got these guys.
I don't want it.
All right, so let's do the laugh. Yeah, that was good. We don't need to do that.
Not a good idea.
Don't break the audience. We just got them. All right, so that was great.
You gave me power.
I know. You made me regret it.
You know.
So one last cue card. Now this is a very specific line reading. Up.
All right. So, I want to hear you say, not to play.
Not to play!
Boom. That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
I think we're good. We ready to start?
I think we're ready to start.
Let's do this. All right. And now we begin. Yeah, he needs that. I've been thinking about Balticon. Balticon, for those of you who don't know, is a science fiction convention in Baltimore, Maryland, United States of America, Earth, Azure Sector, Orion Tendril, Milky Way Galaxy. And I've been going to Balticon for, like 10 years now. Back in 2006, there was this small core of new media enthusiasts who gathered together to plumb the possibilities that the recent technology offered. I was invited to be one of them. Not everyone in that group went on to, well, fame and fortune, but there was a mainstream respectability for many of us, which was pretty awesome. Enough of us have achieved that certain promise to make the idea of those who were there at the beginning were on to something plausible. We were making a case for the future, and we did it. We achieved the world we imagined 10 years ago. I'm thinking that a lot here, where I am now, because I am in the Grand Azure Coliseum, which is so immense, I cannot even begin to describe it. I keep thinking it's like a hollowed out sun. This huge gathering is to decide once and for all if this portion of the galaxy will be part of the empire of the Pan-Reality Day Tour. Ostensibly, I'm here to record it, and to support my own old friend, Convin Ward, who will be arguing against the Azure Sector joining the Day Tour. Convin and so many others have gathered to make another case for the future. Gotta watch that. Despite my recent misunderstanding with Galactic Public Radio, my credentials are apparently still good because I was able to snag an interview with the tribunal who will be making the final judgment. So you're the tribunal,
Yes, we are.
but you're one person.
One body 3 minds, 3 souls, 3 people. We have solved the 3-body problem. We are 3, and all is one.
Is it difficult being the judge of an entire galactic sector?
We are the judge of our home. No more, no less. Just as you know what is best for your home, so it is with us.
And what's your opinion of this upcoming bout?
We reserve our opinion for after the battle.
Well, no. I'm not asking about judgment. I'm just asking, about your feelings. Now, before the fight.
There's a great deal to be gained from joining the Legion of Worlds under the Pan-Reality Deitor's rule. But also a great deal to be lost. We are of 2 minds.
And the third?
Is reserving opinion until after the battle.
Of course.
Incoming call from JR. Is that a dog? Baby? Telephone?
Kinda? I should take this.
By all means.
Hello?
Hey, hot stuff. Looks like I'm not going to be able to join you for the match tonight. Hell is a mess right now.
Oh, I know how much love rap battles when the fate of humanity is in the balance.
I so do! So, are you still covering this? Even though you got canceled by Galactic Public Radio?
I mean, kinda. And Condon Warg is battling, so I'm mainly here to support him. But yeah, I just interviewed the tribunal, so I guess I'm still at it.
My reporter. Can't stop sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong.
I honestly don't know why I'm doing this. I mean, it's not like a radio show. It's important in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I'm here. I'm here in the center of our sector of the galaxy. I'm the only being from Earth here.
Gorga from Earth. Gorga's home now.
Gorga and I are the only beings from Earth here. And they're about to make a decision about whether the Pan-Reality Deitor is going to be in charge of everything. I mean, how could my dumb radio show mean anything compared to all of this?
It means something to you.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You'll figure it out when the situation calls for it. You have a knack for that. Oh no! Look! I gotta go. Eddie's gotten into a fight with Almerlech over the new work uniforms, and now there's blood and peacock feathers everywhere. Well, more so than usual. I'll call you back. Love you.
Sure, love you too.
Gorga think your radio show is important.
Thanks, Gorga. But you think chocolate peanut butter cups are important.
Chocolate peanut butter cups are important.
Hey man, is there a nosy reporter around here? Someone told me there was a nosy radio reporter around here.
Condon, how's it been?
You would not believe me if I told you. The life of an intergalactic hero is heavy burden. It'd kill a lesser man.
Ah, you can't fool me. I remember when you were just a loudmouth.
Takes one to know one, killer. I'm glad you're here. I put a bunch of Earth references in my argument tonight. I want there to be at least one face that's light up when I make a reference to Chocolatula.
You haven't even done it, and I am already excited.
Hope the tribunal feels the same way. Gotta get ready for my grand entrance. Oh, one thing, is the kid outside? Yeah, told me to give this to you.
Oh, a mask. Well, I mean, it's a pretty sweet mask. Dig the X on the face. You said a kid gave this to you?
Yeah, weird little dude. Had on a cape, a hat with like antlers or something.
Wait, antlers?
Assemble sentience! You could have been anywhere in the galaxy at all tonight. Well, except the Scarlet Scepter, am I right? But you're here to watch the best this reality has to offer. Are you ready to enunciate? We have a good crowd here tonight. So let me not waste any more time and allow me to introduce you to your opponents. Coming from the eastern spiral arm, the mighty monk, the pastor of disaster, the religious leader who will make you a bleeder. Speaking with the voice of the pan-reality deitor, but with significant vocal talents of her own. One placed over others, the high priest of the pan-reality deitor!
Oh, hello there, everyone. Aren't you all just precious? I brought cookies if anyone wants them after I win.
And in this corner, you know him. You love him. The local boy done good. The hero of the tongue twist wars. The dragon of Sepsi Stein. Feared by millions. Loved by millions. The one, the only, Conman War!
Make some noise for you!
The charges are these. Let it be known that the being known as the Pan-Reality Deitor did willfully and purposely send obliteration sprites to a world in the Azure sector without the approval of the Azure Authority.
If I may, Earth is not a member of the Azure Authority.
You sent obliteration sprites to Earth? Dang, that's cold.
There's no reason to get all upset. It didn't work.
While Earth is not yet ready to join the galactic community, it still remains under the protection of the Azure Authority. This could be looked upon as an effort to create a foothold in the Azure sector without going through the proper channels.
Tribunal, the Deitor is more than willing to go through the proper channels now.
Yeah, after you got caught.
That option is no longer available to you. However, due to the unusual position of Earth within the Azure sector, we cannot deny the Deitor their right to make their case before the assembled audience. If the Deitor wishes to incorporate the Azure sector,
The Deitor does. The Deitor certainly does.
here is your opportunity. We shall hear both sides and make our decision.
Let the battle begin. Ooh. Don't knock over the mic when you do. One placed over others. The mic is yours.
Friends, denizens, Galaxians, lend me your ears, or whatever you people use to hear. For I am before you to be a beacon, a light to my God you lot are seeking. He speaks through me, and if you knew me, you'd know I'm not one for speeches. I'm one who teaches, who preaches, who beseeches, but who not everyone reaches. Oh well, to each his own. I'll save my sermon. I'm here as the learned one. Here wise in the ways of the Deitor, the Deitor, the Deitor, pan-reality angel of war, intergalactic hardcore mentor. The Deitor did stand before me. Then he cried out, the seven thunders sounded their voices. When he cried out, the seven thunders let loose rejoices. Let them know of their choices. Let them know of the wolves at the gate. Let them know it's already too late. To let them know my hands are near, my arms are here, ready to embrace these precious spheres, to protect them from outside threats. You lot don't even know how bad it gets. There's evil untold outside your perception. You can never defeat what's beyond your conception.
A crooked arm lariat with a cannonball cloud.
That move is always loved by the crowd.
Is it allowed?
The move is legal if underused. Care to guess whose opponent is thunder bruised?
The Deator gives, the Deator protects, the Deator will be there if unknown evil attacks. All that he asks, being a generous soul, is your complete allegiance and total control of all that you do, think, and say. All told, a pitiful small price to pay. We can only be free with the big guy in charge. Or else you'll find the problem's too large for any of you to solve on your own. But there's no need for you to face evil alone. But I see you all hesitate. But here's the deal. It's already too late.
That's a double-axe hammer.
Points to the slammer.
Did I stammer? It's too late for a planner. Too late for a scheme or a last-ditch maneuver. Save your sector, or evil will be coming on through her. There's only one hero. There's only one way. Only one with the power to save the day. Hallelujah to the name. May the Deator bless. Say hallelujah, peoples. Say hallelujah. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, in the name of feel the power. I know you feel the heat. Though in your belly be bitter, your mouth will be sweet. Hallelujah, Deator, start your cheering and drumming. For only the Deator can stop what is coming. I hope I wasn't too subtle.
Conman, your rebuttal.
Okay, you're quick. Folks might have missed you, Miss Leader. Did you really argue that slavery is freedom? The view's bleak. Your newspeak ruse is weak. It's not 1984. You lose, free. It's a draw, oh well. Stay on the farm, Hoss. It'd be a disaster to turn this world over to your boss. It doesn't take a mathematician to calculate
Carry on. Say that again.
It'd be a disaster to give the word up to your boss. To calculate our loss, it doesn't take a mathematician.
Oh, that's a technical torture rack submission.
That's my mission, to get you to listen. It's a fantasy. Can't you see the fiction she's making? While we're afraid, it's the freedom she's taking. For what a threat might exist. For what a threat that might exist or might not. We're playing pretend now? Shit, you the mascot of Neverland. You take your lost toys to the sky, because that's the only place where that crap will fly.
Conman Ward with a move that's totally my jam. The inverted, elevated, stinger splash slam.
Sam, this program is for pros, ma'am.
If you came for pain, I'm sure you'll name. Point one, no proof exists of this vast threat from space, unless you mean the Deator. But by the look on your face, I imagine not. But check my insight. See, they don't call him conqueror because he acts polite. Of your situation, who comes out ahead? Who's making the bread? Not us. Instead, it's folks like you few who do that voodoo that you do, wrapping folks up in your hoodoo about what the Deator says to do. But you can just call me Shaka Zulu as I break through your virtue. You're a crook and a liar. You're a crook and a liar. That's just point two. Now I know y'all ready for point three. Now I know y'all ready for point three.
Yeah! Tell me point 3, please!
Ain't I the best you ever did sing?
Absolutely!
Point three. That states the case that the devil is not on the level. He's never someone you should believe in. Because he holds all the cards. That's why he deals. He only plays games that he can steal. There's only one way to win. Now let me hear you say, there's only one way to win.
Not to play!
That's it. I'm through. Not much more else I can say. Well, maybe one more thing. Permit me? Imagine we signed up for this outfit, see? The whole world, the whole sector of space, cloaked in the chains of a tyrant's disgrace. Maybe he protects us. Maybe you're right. Maybe the truth is in a prophetic fight. But look at the terrible cost we all have to pay. For one moment of fear, don't be that way. For I am certain if all of us will unite, we can bring any darkness to light. And that includes the Deator. Oh, shit, I just dropped point 4. you best sit down before I drop 6 more. You can go on out. I'm sure you can find the door.
The hero of our age!
And of the stage, it's not tough to gauge who's top of the score page.
If I may, a retort.
You're fine to report, though please keep it short.
You're a good sport. I've only 3 words to say to the room. Only 3 words. Tick, tick, boom! That's the bomb that among you lays, ticking for minutes, for hours, for days, until it explodes and the whole world goes. And none of you knows who could dispose of all that you hold dear so easily. And now I see you look so queasily. Tick, tick, boom! And all that you've built falls to ruin. Because here's the thing, if you don't mind me saying, you can't tell who's safe and who is betraying your trust, your goals, your very way of life, unless you have the Deitor's insight. We're all one people. I think we can agree. We just have to separate the chaff from the wheat, the good from the bad before the bad counts. We all know it's what's inside that counts. So we'll look on inside. We have our ways of finding who's loyal and ready for praise and who wants to bring down all that we are. I imagine we won't have to look very far. You say you have nothing to fear from without? Okay, whatever. Though I have my doubts, you're prepared for just what may lie within. Your neighbor is probably drowning in sin. One people, one voice, one leader. It's best. When we all fall in line, you'll be quite impressed with how much we can do, with all the nuts we can crack when we don't have the riffraff holding us back. Tick, 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 tick. The boom is coming. You don't get to pick when or where or how or why, unless you find the who before they can try. The Deitor can, the Deitor shall, provided you're strong enough to make the right call. We're all one people, telling one story. Those that don't, we don't need them in our inventory. Let's all unite in one voice, or else I presume we'll be signing the contract of our own doom. Tick, tick,
Boom. We believe we've heard enough.
1,
It's over.
Wait, what's going on?
2,
Down for the count, man. I can't come back from that.
Oh no!
three,
Give me a high five.
What?
4.
There is no time to explain. Give me a high five.
High five! High five!
The battle isn't over! By the ancient Earth custom, I have been tagged in!
legal.
The tag-in is a valid move on Earth, which is one of the worlds under discussion.
We'll allow it.
What? You can't.
We can and we will. Considering Earth is where all this started, a representative's voice is warranted. Proceed.
What's your name, man?
It's Jared Axelrod.
Is that all?
Well, I do a show called The Voice of Free Planet X.
Okay, that's a little better. Assemble Sentients! A new challenger has entered the fray. Prepare yourself for Jared Axelrod, the voice of Free Planet X!
That's not really me. That's the name of the... Never mind.
Oh, he has no mask. No mask. He has to be
sexy.
Always X-rated.
Who's the next man? I'm ecstatic.
X gonna give it to you. I wear a mask so that you know who I am. The voice of Free Planet X, another white cis man with microphones. The galaxy knows there's tons of those. Echoes of those pros who have rose, so it goes. But before you dispose of my prose, suppose what the audio shows of my radio show. Every story is important, no matter who tells it. Whether they mumble or get a podcaster to yell it. And what makes them important is that each is unique. Every voice should be heard, every voice is distinct. What's inside that matters, well, that's the truth. But what bothers me is the methods you'll use. I can't shake the feeling that when we turn our backs, you'll play lumberjacks, swinging your axe. You can't count our rings to see who we are. You'll turn every home into an abattoir. We're all one people, I will grant you that. But we gauge the range from aristocrat down to the poorest pauper, absent a crown. And you'd be the chopper to chop us down.
Is that an accusation?
More of a realization from an investigation of your organization.
Mr. Axelrod, keep your concentration to your consideration of the situation.
No more imagination or interrogation.
Forgive me, but give me time to show it connects. Or I'm not the voice of Free Planet X. That's just the show's title. I should have made it shorter. I just listen to folks. I'm just a reporter. A report is the sound a firearm makes when the powder's ignited and the bullet shell breaks. By the time that you hear it, the trigger's been pulled. The lead's on its way. It's kill or be killed, too late as a warning of a coming attack. So often the report comes after the fact. Sound moves so slow, too slow as it's reckoned. My words barely move over 1,000 feet per second. But that leisurely pace becomes its own prize, to get to know someone, to get inside their lives. If you knew all the people, you wouldn't want this. You wouldn't want a god to crush them all in his fist, to lead them to this, to a dictator's sway. We've got to be free to find our own way. We've already got less free will than we'd like to believe. I know y'all want to see what I've got up my sleeve, something surprising that no one expects. What else would come from the voice of Free Planet X? But I'm just a reporter, and sound moves so slow. All I can say, it's important to know the life and the hardships, the pain and the joy of the person beside you, that girl, that boy, that both, that neither. And if you look past the lies, you'll definitely see something that you recognize. Difference is important, because through our difference we see just how alike we all happen to be. Sound is slow, barely over 1,000 feet per second, just fast enough to make a mind open. You brought up belief and what it can offer, and I'm just a reporter. I'm not a philosopher. We all need something to believe in. That's true, and I...
Orca believe in you!
Count me in too, be a friend, take me in, and we'll make sure this is through. We've thrown some big words around here tonight, some big concepts for a very big fight. But the truth of the matter is easy to see. When you look in the mirror, who do you want to be? Someone who looks at this world as complete, as finished and over, rigid and concrete? No room for mutation, no room for change? One leader, one voice? No, something strange. Who used to be folks that couldn't be stopped? When did we become folks who couldn't be stopped? Who looked at the world and said, yes, that's finished. Can't you see that makes us all diminished? The world keeps turning, and we need to turn in kind. The revolution revolving to an open mind.
You're lost the whole lot. You're all going to die without the Deator's slice of the pie.
But hey, there's the rub. If we've gone fallow, what will gain us from freezing in the Deator's shadow? You've promised us safety for one continuous groove. But if we never change, we'll never improve.
Now that is what I call a finishing move. That's a win for this side. Very comprehensive.
I dropped the mic, but these things are expensive.
protected by the Azure Authority will be considered an act of war.
matter of time before this sector kneels before the pan-reality Deator, like so many sectors before it. And the Deator's patience, like his power, like his vengeance, is infinite. Toodles!
You think that's true?
Losers always say that.
This episode of The Voice of Free Planet X was written and directed by Jared Axelrod. It could not have existed without the amazing talents of...
Jason Gregory Banks.
Dave Robinson.
Veronica Jaguar.
Our cue card is... and an audience just like you. And that's the show. Yeah, we got some time. Anybody want to say anything?
Billy represents.
Yes.
You guys kick intergalactic butt.
Thank you all so much for coming. You should, of course, check out the wonderful talents of these people. Roundtable podcast. You do like gazillion things.
ChristianaEllis.com, lots of stuff there.
Talk nerdy to me.
Yeah.
Again, a gazillion things.
VoicesByVeronica.com and the Secret World Chronicle podcast.
And
The Melting Podcast.
Voice of Free Planet. Voice of Free Planet X is, of course, at planetx.libsyn.com. And I myself is at jaredaxelrod.com. And